welcome. For today's meditation, I want to give a little short instruction. But before I do that, I want to point out that meditation is only part of the practice. There is a very strong tendency in our culture especially to find ways to escape. We're like in pain and we're suffering, so we're like, where's the exit? And one of the ways that meditation has been presented, unfortunately, is that it's some kind of escape, but it's really not. It's about becoming more aware. It's about actually opening to everything that is. So meditation is only part of our practice. When we meditate on a regular basis, we want to make sure that we also practice mindfulness and contemplation. So when we're not in seated meditation, we pay attention to what am I thinking, what am I feeling, and we start to train the mind. And we talk about that in other classes. Today's our long meditation, so I'm not going to get into it, but I wanted to point that out. And then if we start to notice patterns, we start to notice repeating occurrences where our mind is leading us into suffering, those are opportunities to set aside a time and contemplate and figure out, how is this working? What is actually happening in my mind? Basically, what's going on? Because when we become aware, that's the point when we can actually make a change, where we can actually shift our awareness and start to make different choices. We start to, and it's not through force, it's not through just a decision like I'm not going to do this anymore. It evolves naturally through unfettered awareness, is how spiritual growth happens, how these changes on the path happen. There are other teachers that will tell you, just do some martial arts and build up your navel center and just force yourself to do things. and that works for a little while. But if you don't have the awareness component, if you don't give yourself that time to actually contemplate and figure out, how is this working, what's actually going on, then as soon as you have a day where maybe your energy's not as high, you fall right back into the pattern. So I'm more interested in you actually becoming aware. So in meditation, as we sit, recognize that all these different layers of your being will start to open. You'll start to notice things that you perhaps didn't notice before. And the key is, don't run away, don't freak out, and so neither be attracted nor repulsed. We're just allowing ourselves to be aware. And then, as I said, we get up from the meditation cushion and we go to work with our mindfulness, where we start training our mind and start learning how to direct our mind to the bright, the beautiful, and start to alter that filter. And then we use contemplation. So for today's meditation, you can use it in combination with other techniques. And so to start with, just allow yourself to sit up nice and straight. You can imagine, this string reaching from the base of your spine all the way into the center of the earth, and it goes all the way up through the center of your head, and it's just supporting you. So you're nice and relaxed, but alert and comfortable. You don't want to force yourself into an unnatural position. So be as straight as is comfortable. And then allow yourself to simply, and you can even repeat these words, and it can help. Where you drop the world and all of its drama, drop the body and all of its woes, drop the mind and all of its suffering into the river of light that is that string that's supporting you. And sometimes that can help as you're sitting and meditating. Maybe you're using a particular technique and it's just not working. You're just getting caught up in different thoughts about what's happening in the world, or maybe you have some issues in your body, or your mind is just spinning out. So if we just repeat to ourselves, drop the world, drop the body, drop the mind into the river of light, and allow your attention to rest there, and then pick up whatever technique that you're using. So we can give that a try.